think that it is possible to be too nice in business? Because being nice is a good thing, isn't it? It is good to be nice. And yet what I actually find more and more is that when my clients are actually too nice, what it leads to is more likely them being taken advantage of rather than them being respected by their customers. Now, it's tricky, isn't it? Because let's be honest, none of us want to be dictatorial in our business. We don't want to have to be laying down the rules and being very bossy about things. We want to have great relationships with our customers. We want natural, warm, friendly relationships. We just pretty much want everybody to get along and for everything to flow really smoothly. But the challenge is that when we take the stance that we are nice, then sometimes that can actually lead to us being slightly more taken advantage of than being respected. Because, as an example, you may find that being nice leads to you being too generous. And that may be too generous with your time and possibly too generous with your money or with money that you don't charge. Being too nice can also lead to you being a little bit too accommodating, for instance, with difficult or demanding customers. So there is a challenge that actually being too nice may be the wrong thing for your business, because you may find that you're giving away too much of you, too much of your time, potentially too much of your money, and not being able to spend your time focusing on the things that will really help you grow your business. So here are 3 of the classic ways where I see people being too nice in business and actually this coming back to bite them, so that you can hopefully have a think about how this applies to you and whether you need to make some little changes to you and to your business. So the first one is customer boundaries. So customers are always going to test our boundaries. That is pretty much their job. But there can be very little things that customers will message you a little bit later each evening, and before you know it, somehow you're getting messages at 9 and 10 o'clock at night. You're not sure how it happened. You wish it hadn't. You'd like to change it, but you don't quite know how to back out of that situation. Or customers who just keep demanding that little bit extra from you, and because you're nice, you do it. And somehow before you know it, this has gone on for a few months and now you're giving a ton of stuff away and you're not sure how to back out of that. Because you're nice, you've just ended up kind of giving it all away. So that's the first way that this happens. The second area, and I think this is a big area for lots of businesses, is being too nice when it comes to credit control. Now, I know credit control in itself can be a bit of a scary term. So basically, credit control is all about getting paid on time and what you do about it if you're not paid on time. And this is a perfect example where a customer will just pay a couple of days late, not a big deal. We're not going to make a song and dance about it, so we let it go. And then the next month, those 2 days turns into 4 days, and then it's 6 days, and then it's 2 weeks. And suddenly it's drifted to the fact that they're now paying you a month late. You're not quite sure how you got to this situation, but you also don't know how to backtrack because you haven't said anything as you've gone along. And these are the ways that being nice can just suddenly trip you up, and you're the one that's suffering, not the customer. So that's the second very obvious place that being nice comes into play, is credit control. And the third one is tolerating time stealers. So this could be anything from customers that keep demanding too much of your time, people that regularly turn up late for meetings or cancel meetings or rearrange things. So just other people that don't quite respect your time, or they just take up too much of it. Somebody who calls you for a 2-minute conversation and they're chatting away on the phone for 20 minutes. And now there's something that you desperately needed to get done that you can't fit in anymore. So all these areas where we are nice potentially are actually a real limitation to helping you to grow your business. But the key thing to bear in mind here is the opposite of nice does not have to be nasty. In business, you don't just have to choose between being nice or being nasty. The opposite of nice in business is actually being professional. By being professional, by being assertive, by being calm and in control, then you can actually be not necessarily hugely less nice, but the impact that you have on your customers is different. So you don't have to be nasty, but what you do have to be is a little more assertive and a little bit more honest. So when somebody starts to take up too much of your time, you can just explain that to them. When somebody is taking advantage of you and not paying on time, just be a little bit more assertive. Explain the fact that this is making it difficult for you, even if that's just causing you more admin, and help them to see a better way. So be honest with people and be wary of letting situations drift. That's one of the biggest ways that being nice will actually trip you up. If you allow this to drift, then it becomes really, really difficult to backtrack. Whereas if you are honest and you are assertive and you're very professional with people right up front about what your boundaries are, about what your credit control policies are, and about how much time you have available for certain things, then you'll find that you are respected a lot more than your customers, not just liked, and that actually you're doing the best thing for your business as well as the best thing for everybody else. So I hope that helps and gets you really thinking about how you can switch being lovely into being assertive and being professional to help you get better in your business. I would love to hear your feedback about this, so please leave a comment below and like and subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. And of course, feel free to share this video with anybody else who you think would benefit. Thank you.